y'all, because I'm trying to make sure that she knows what she's doing. Like, I don't want my part saying east west. I want my part central. I want my part in the middle.
Don't wait on it tonight, I wanna get
The video, your girl is back again with another story time. If you're new to my channel, hey girl, hey. And if you're a returning subscriber, I don't even gotta say nothing, because you know what's up, I know what's up, we know what's up, and that's no way, that's on period. And Mary had a little lamb. As y'all can see by the title of the video, we are back here, y'all, back here with another hair story time. I don't even know what I'm gonna title this video. I think I'm gonna title it The Worst, because believe it or not, y'all, this hairstylist was worse than the hairstylist in my most viral video. Like, the service was just, it was terrible, y'all. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it. Before we get to the story time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. Y'all know, in order for any of my story times to make sense, I have to give y'all a little backstory. So for the past 4 months, y'all, my life has just been very, very chaotic, very, very busy. I've traveled to like 4 different countries. Like, every month since, I want to say, since June, I've been out the country. I just moved into my new apartment, so your girl's just been on go. And if y'all do not know, I own a travel company called Travel Babes, and it's basically where I take women out the country.
Quick shameless plug, mark your calendars February the 8th, 2024, because Travel Babe will be hosting an all-inclusive girls trip in Antigua featuring my girl Salon. Picture this: a big mansion, exclusive private dinners, buffet-style breakfast, thrilling excursions. It's going to be an all-in-one package. So if you would like the chance to meet Simone and myself and other like-minded women, make sure you click the link below, and y'all run, because spots are limited.
We connect out the country together, and we just get to know other like-minded women. So I had my third trip with my company called Travel Babes, and we were going to Tulum, Mexico. And 3 days before this trip, I had just moved into my new apartment, so I just had a lot going on, y'all. I didn't have time to get my hair done, I ain't have time to get my nails done. Like, you know how you think you're gonna have time to do stuff, but the time just sneak up on you? That's kind of what happened here. Like, I thought I was gonna have time to do everything. So fast forward to a day before the trip. I'm leaving out to go to Mexico on the 20th. The trip took place on this event took place on the 19th. So before you know it, I'm trying to do my own hair. The style that I was going for was a half up, half down. Y'all know the cute little vacation style where the girls have the braids in the front and they have little beads on the end, and then they have the like the sew-in, or they'll have like a bond in the back. That's the style I was going for. I know how to do sew-in, so I had sewed the back of my hair up, and I was trying to do a ponytail, y'all, but the ponytail was not giving. Like, I looked like Donkey, and it wasn't cute, y'all. Like Donkey from Shrek. Like, my hair, the ponytail was sitting on top of my head like this. It wasn't giving, it wasn't cute. So I made a last minute decision at this point, and it's like going on like 4:30 in the afternoon, and I'm going out the country tomorrow. Like, my flight leaves at like 8 a.m. So I get on Google, and I just start Googling braiders near me, hairstylists near me, braiders near me. And mind you, I already had the back of my hair sewn. I had a sewn in the back of my hair. The only thing I needed was just like 4 feed-in braids, or like stitch braids in the front of my hair. So I'm thinking this is not gonna be no more than like, you know, no more than like $30-$40, just 4 jumbo braids, and it's probably gonna take them less than an hour to do. So I'm Googling braiders near me. I'm calling shops, I'm calling everybody. Mind you, it's like 4:30 in the afternoon. So I'm calling, I'm just like, hey, do you have any openings like today? They're like, sorry, no, calling. Mind you, y'all, all the good braiders, of course, they're not gonna have any openings, because they good braiders, like, they booked and busy. So I should already knew something was wrong when she was so adamant about me coming to her shop. So boom, we're gonna go ahead and call this salon the Bando. I called the Bando, and I'm like, hey, do you have any appointments for today? Mind you, everybody else, when I called and said, did you have any openings for today, they was like, for what style? And I was just like, for 4 stitch braids or 2 stitch braids. A really quick style is last minute. I'm telling them that my original hairstylist hit me with the hey boo. Mind you, y'all, I didn't have an original appointment. It's just that, you know, the time just snuck up on me. So I called the Boondocks, and they just like, yeah, we have availability. And I'm just like, I didn't even finish telling you what I wanted, like what I said I was getting. I was like, 4 stitch braids. They're like, yeah, we can take you today. So I'm like, all right, I'm on my way. I click, y'all, and I hung up, and I started calling more shops, because something about the Boondocks just didn't sit right in my spirit. Like, they was adamant about me going to their shop. Even after that, y'all, they end up texting my phone number. I never even knew of a shop to do this, y'all. They text my phone number, the address to their shop. That happens, and then maybe like 2 minutes after I get off the phone with them, they call me back, and they was just like, hi, you just called for the stitch braids. Are you on your way? And I'm like, no, I'm not on my way yet. Am I still able to come? They're like, yes, come now, come now. So I'm like, calm down. I'm desperate, but I'm not that desperate yet. Let me call more places, and then I'm gonna call you back when my desperation gets to that point. So I'm calling other places again. The same thing happened. All the other shops are telling me, no, we don't have an availability today. I can squeeze you in tomorrow, but the squeeze-in fee gonna be $250, and then you need to make sure you have braiding hair, and then they wanted like special type of hair, and it's like I would have had to order that online. It was too much, y'all. So I end up calling the Boondocks back, and I'm just like, all right, this spot is 30 minutes from my crib. I'm gonna go ahead and go to this spot. Mind you, all the spots that I were calling, y'all, they were African braided shops. If y'all remember my last video, I told myself, I promised myself that I would never ever go to a African braiding shop again, because all of y'all girlies was in the comments and y'all was like, Asia, y'all, you know you're not supposed to go to African braiders for that. African braiders can only do the tribal braids, and y'all said they can only do like knotless. They can't do the more innovative and newer styles or whatever. If y'all recall from my last horror story with a hairstylist that was an African braider in Houston. So y'all was all telling me not to go there. But mind you, this is my bad, y'all. I was desperate at this time. Like I said, I had a trip and I had to fly out in the next maybe 8 hours. Didn't have my nails done, didn't have my feet done. Wasn't even packed. Your girl was desperate at this time. I didn't do any research on the shop. Honestly, y'all, I was just trying to get in somebody here and get my hair done. And then I'm thinking all I'm getting is for a braid. So it can't be that bad. Like, it's not gonna be that bad. Like, if you could braid, you can braid. Like, if you got a shop and a license, you should be able to braid. So I called my Uber because my anxiety was through the roof, y'all. When I have anxiety and I'm doing stuff last minute, I do not like to drive. One, I could barely drive. Have a car, but could barely drive, y'all. And I didn't want to drive very anxious, because before this appointment, it's crazy. This should have been my sign not to go to this appointment, and I should have just rocked my little ponytail for this trip, because before this, and I quote, because I know how y'all girls like to tussle, I quote, somebody commented in my comment on one of my old hair videos, and they said African braiders are the African aunties. I quote, if I can find the original post, y'all, I'm gonna put it in this video. But they said that African braiders do not like African Americans, blah 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 blah. I don't remember what else they said, but two of y'all was in my comments conversing, saying that y'all experience with African braiders, they don't like African American clients or whatever. And I seen that and I thought that was very peculiar. I'm just like, that's weird. Like, why would you say that? That just sounds so odd and weird to me. But you know, nonetheless, called my Uber. I'm gonna put a screenshot of my Uber, and I called the Uber at, let me pull up the receipts, y'all, because it's funny. Somebody commented on my last video and it was like, Asia always saying she gonna put receipts in her story time, and she never do, and I believe her every time. And shout out to you, girl, because I don't be lying, y'all. 9 times out of 10, the same day I record a story time is the same day I post it. I just be trying to get the video up for y'all, so that's why I don't ever feel like going back and putting the receipts in there. But because of you, I'm gonna make sure I have all my receipts in order. When I say I'm gonna put a receipt in it, the receipt's gonna be in the video. So boom, called my Uber at 5:02. Mind you, we're on the way to the Boondocks. The Boondocks is literally 30 minutes from the crib. So I hop in the Uber. When I get in the Uber, I'm already feeling like, I don't know, I'm feeling even more uncomfortable. Don't judge me, y'all, but I judge my Uber drivers. I feel most comfortable with women Uber drivers or older men. Like, if you try to try me, I can kick you in the leg and you on your way down. I don't feel comfortable getting in Ubers with young men or men that look around my age group. This man, he was fine, y'all. I'm not gonna hold you. He was fine, and just because he was fine and he was young, I was uncomfortable. So I got in the car, I said, hey, how you doing or whatever. He said, hey, how I was doing. And I'm on my way to my appointment. Anytime I get in an Uber, I put the address to where I'm going inside my phone, and I'm just, I'm looking at the map, I'm looking at the Uber map, I'm making sure everything going good. So I'm in the car or whatever. The Uber driver is quiet. This man ain't said nothing to me basically the entire ride, y'all. He's quiet for, I want to say, the first 20 minutes of this ride. He's quiet. I'm just sitting in the car. I'm on their Instagram at this point, and I'm looking at pictures. I'm like, all right, she got stitch braids. She got this. I'm like, yeah, they definitely can do it. I did look up pictures before I got my hair done, y'all. They had an Instagram page with a few thousand followers on there, and the style that I wanted, they could do that. They had a lot of pictures on it, so they definitely could braid. I made sure they could do that much, but I didn't look up any Yelp reviews. I didn't look up anything. So while I'm in the car, I'm looking out the window and we're going over this bridge, y'all. And I'm looking out the window and I'm just admiring like kids playing at a park. And the Uber driver, we're gonna call him Day Day. Day Day looks back at me and he was just like, yeah, these parts, you ain't used to look like that. These parts look different. They ain't look like that. So I'm just like, oh yeah? He just like, yeah, like I used to have that thing on me every time I come over here. Like I don't leave the house without it when I come over here. And I'm just like, oh, for real? And he was just like, yeah, what a pretty girl like you doing over this side of town. Like where you going over here? And I was like, oh, this last minute, but I'm going to get my hair done. And he was just like, oh, for real? Like, you know somebody out here? And I'm just like, no, like I don't know nobody out here. I'm just going to go get my hair done. And he was just like, you got that thing on you? And I'm just like, no, like mind you, y'all, let's back up a little bit. I didn't even have time to get braiding hair. I ain't have time to do anything. Because if you get your hair done at a salon, you know most salons close at 8, 9 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon and I didn't have an appointment, y'all, so I didn't have time to do anything. I'm literally going to this shop thinking like it's a braiding shop. It's literally called Boondocks African Braiding Shop. I mean, what did I call it? Bando African Braiding Shop. Like, that's the name of it. So I'm thinking y'all have to have braiding hair there. So we in the car with him and he was just like, yo, like what you doing over this side of town? I'm just like, I'm just getting my hair done. And he was just like, oh, you know about this side of town? And I was just like, no, what's this side of town? And he was just like, oh, this Fourth Ward. You don't know about Fourth Ward?
The ghetto.
I'm just like, y'all, immediately I started laughing to keep from crying. I'm just like, Fourth Ward, they say that this is one of the worst, the hoodest of the hoods in Texas. What the heck? Like, how did I end up, out of all places, y'all, I called over like 10 shops. Out of all places, how do I end up picking the shop in Fourth Ward? But at that point, y'all, it was too late. Like, it's past 5 o'clock now. No other shops is taking me. I got a flight to catch tomorrow. Half of my hair is already sewn in the back. And then I had a nail appointment at 7:30, y'all. I didn't even get my nails done, my feet done. Like, I didn't have time to do anything. So when he tells me that, I'm just like, well, should I turn back around? And he was just like, nah, I'm playing. They done gentrified the area or whatever, but these parts ain't safe. Like, I used to get robbed out here all the time. Like, this part of town ain't where it's at. So I'm like, damn, like at that moment, y'all already knew that this was going to be a story time. Before I even got to the shop, I knew it was going to be a story time. And at this point, I'm like 5 minutes into, I have 5 more minutes of the ride until I reach the salon. So everything starts looking different. Like the whole ride, this man was quiet. The Uber driver, they didn't say nothing to me. And then once stuff started looking different, like literally I just seen a beautiful part, birds chirping, kids outside running. And then now I'm seeing a shoe, I'm showing, what is it called? I'm seeing like shoes on like the, what is that? The electric, what is that called? The wires, y'all. I can't think of the word right now, but basically I'm seeing shoes tied on the wires on the like street lights. I'm seeing vacant buildings, graffiti is everywhere. The road is all broken up. Like you would think that we going down, y'all. The car is ba-boom, ba-boom. I'm in the back of the car doing hydraulics every 5 minutes because the area just starts to look completely different. So now I'm even more worried. But at this point, my whole mindset is just like, bitch, we here now. Like, you knew it was last minute. You knew you needed your hair done. Like, whatever happens, it's just whatever happens. Like, we here now. So finally, y'all, we getting close to this salon or whatever, and the salon is literally, it's only 3 things in the salon. There's a Dollar General, there's a hair store, and there's the bando, the salon itself. So the Uber driver, he was just like, you want me to let you out right here, or do you want me to like walk up? Like, he didn't even want to pull me all the way into this plaza for some reason or whatever. So I'm just like, can you like pull all the way up? Like, is it really that bad? Like, could you pull all the way up? Mind you, y'all, there was like people outside the Dollar General. There was like people outside the hair store. There was like people everywhere or whatever. So I get out the car or whatever. He was just like, all right, good luck, pretty. And then, you know, or whatever. Like, I got out the car, y'all. And as soon as I opened the door of the salon, there was 2 ladies in there. We gonna go ahead and call, I don't even know what to call her, y'all. I don't know what to call her. Let's call her syphilis or doc. No, let's call her chlamydia, y'all. So chlamydia is in there, and then it's another lady in there. I don't really need to give her a name because I ain't really interact with her much. But y'all, I enter the salon, and as soon as I get in there, there's like a sitting area on the side. Also, the sun is going down, so if y'all see my lighting going in and out, that's why, y'all. But she's sitting right there. It's like a whole couch area right there. And chlamydia, chlamydia is sitting right here. And then the other braiders is in the back, and she's in the middle of doing somebody box braids. And then chlamydia doesn't have anybody in her chair. So as soon as I walk in the shop, usually people like greet you. And my whole thing is, if I go into a shop and no one greets me, it's time for me to turn around. That's what I would usually do, because I feel like that's just common courtesy. Like, if you own a business and someone enters your shop, you need to speak. You need to say hello. But like I said, y'all, I was desperate. Desperate times call for desperate needs. So all my morals and all of that, it went out the window. I just needed my hair braided, baby. So I enter the shop. I'm just like, hey, hello. She looks at me, y'all. Chlamydia looks at me, and she's like, hi, how can I help you? I'm like, oh, I just need 2 stitch braids. And she's like, two? And I jumped it down from 4 because I really wanted 4, y'all. But I'm just like, I don't want to be in this area too much longer. Like, he making it seem like I'm going to get robbed on my way out. Like, it just, the whole thing just seems, the whole situation just seems sketchy, y'all. And before I got to the salon, I did call them back, and they did tell me that they only take cash, y'all. So I had the cash on me or whatever, although she didn't tell me the price of the style, but she did say they took cash. So I knew the style wasn't gonna be no more than like $200. So I had brought $200 in cash with me. So I'm already on the app basically trying to schedule my Uber. Like, how long 2 braids gonna take? 2 braids ain't gonna take more than like an hour. So I'm already trying to schedule my Uber. So as soon as I'm done getting my hair done, I can pay her, and my ride already outside. Like, I don't even wanna be here. I didn't wanna be here when the sun went down. So she looks at my hair or whatever, and she was like, 2? And I'm just like, well, I really want 4, but I know it was last minute. I just need 2 stitch braids, just something done really quick. And she's like, oh no, you need 4. Your hair is thick, you need 4. So I'm like, all right, that's fine. Like, I can get 4 or whatever. So she's like, sit down. And I'm like, oh, all right. I sit down, y'all. And as soon as I sit down, she starts going back and forth with the other braider. I don't know what she's saying because she's speaking her native language, and it wasn't English, y'all. So she's going back and forth or whatever, and they're speaking about my hair. And I can tell they're speaking about my hair because when I came to the shop, I had my hair out in a big afro. So she's like pulling my hair up. She's fluffing it, and she's just pulling it up. And she's like, what's this in your hair? What's this in your hair? And I was just like, it's jam. Mind you, I told y'all I had already tried to do like a ponytail before I came to my appointment. She's like, what's this in your hair? What's this in your hair? I'm just like, oh, it's jam. She's like, no, that's glue. That's glue. That's glue. I'm like, no, it's jam. It's jam. And then she's like, also, where's your hair? And I was just like, well, this is a braiding shop, so I thought maybe y'all would have braiding hair. So she's like, no, we have braiding hair here, but the braiding hair is going to be $59 for the pack. 50 what? $59, y'all. She told me that it was the expressions. It wasn't just one pack of expression hair. It was like, if I can find a picture on the internet of the expressions hair, I'll show y'all. But it was basically like 3 bundles of expressions hair, and she told me the hair was gonna be $59.99. So I was like, why is the hair so expensive? And she was like, this is custom hair. This is how much it costs. Baby, this is expressions by expression. This is not $59.99. Like, what are you talking about? So I was like, is there any way I can just walk over there to the hair store to get the expressions hair, and then I will come back or whatever? So she's like, go. Like, she didn't say, yeah, that's fine. She's just like, go. Like, everything she said to me, y'all, it was short, and like her whole demeanor was kind of like, I didn't really want to do your hair. But like I said, y'all, I was still dedicated to the mission of getting my hair done. So I leave out the shop, I take all my belongings, I walk over to the hair store. The hair store is literally next door to the salon. It's like literally maybe no more than a yard away. So when I go inside the hair store, the first thing I notice, y'all, they have everything. Well, first thing, before you even get inside the store, you have to go through a metal detector, and they have a security guard in the hair store. So it's a white man with security on him, gun on the side of him, the whole gear on, y'all. I peep that, and I'm just like, hey, hello. I speak to him, and then on the other side, when I walk in there, they have another security guard, and everything is tied down. Like, they even got rubber bands, jam, like stuff that costs $2-3, like shampoo. When you go into a hair store, have you ever seen shampoo tied down, y'all? I have never seen shampoo and jam tied down before. So I'm like, damn, they must be stealing over here. Like, this must be really a bad area. So I peeped out or whatever. I go, I get the expressions hair. The expression hairs that I bought, I buy 2 packs, and the packs come up total for both of them. It came up to like $10, and she was telling me that it was gonna be like $59.99 for like the all-in-one pack or whatever. So I paid them or whatever. I walked back to the salon. When I get back to the salon, again, she's doing the same thing. She goes back to speaking in her native language, and she's like picking my hair, like fluffing it like it was cotton, y'all. She's like fluffing it out with her hands, but she's fluffing it rough or whatever. Mind you, my hair was already blown out because I previously wanted to do a half up, half down. I had already pressed the top of my hair out, and I just had jam around like the perimeters of my hairline. So she was just like, you need to rinse your hair. You need to wash your hair. Take that out your hair. I'm not gonna be able to do your hair. So I'm just like, do you want me to like go home, and do you want me to go all the way home and then come back? And she's like, no. And then she just points. She's like, no. And she points to the sink, y'all. So I get up and I'm like, you want me to wash my hair? And she looks at me and she's just like, and then she just points. So I'm like, desperate times call for destinies, y'all. So I get up, I go over there, and I'm appalled. Like, I can't believe I'm paying you to do my hair, and you're telling me that I need to wash my own hair, y'all. Was scared to even use any of their hair products. Didn't have no hair products, didn't have anything, y'all. So literally, I'm taking the, I wish I was going to record during this time, but it would have been so weird, y'all, because right when I got to the sink and I'm like rinsing my hair out, I'm rinsing like the front of my hair out, she comes and then she walks over there and she just washing me, like rinse my hair out. Like, she has her hand like this on her hip, and she's just like her eyes. I'm gonna post the picture, the screenshots from the video. Y'all can kind of see partial of her face, but the whole time while I'm rinsing my hair out, she's looking at me like this. She's like the energy was just giving, I hate you and I don't want to do your hair, y'all. That's what the energy
Which was so weird to
me,
y'all, because they called me back to make sure I was coming. They texted me the address. She wanted me to come.
Like I said, I was dedicated to the mission of just getting 4 braids. I'm thinking like, it can't be that bad. Like 4 braids, it can't be that bad. So I end up rinsing my hair out, y'all. At the very end of me rinsing my hair out, she takes a towel and she starts like damping my hair until it's dry. Now she's gonna have to blow dry my hair, and I'm gonna be here for longer than an hour. And I had already scheduled my Uber. So I go sit back down, y'all, and she's blowing my hair out. And as she's blowing my hair out, it's not feeling too bad. I did notice when she was blowing it out, she had one of those blow dryers that had like the comb inside of the blow dryer. So she's combing it out. She's combing it out. We're not having a problem. Like, we good. Fast forward, it's time for her to part my hair, y'all. She's asking me like, how do I want the braids? Do I want them going straight back? Do I want them to curve? So I pull up a picture off Google and I'm telling her that I want the braids kind of like 4 braids, y'all. I want them slightly curved, like just, you know, a little slight curve, just a slight curve. So she's like, all right, yeah, I got it or whatever. So I'm doing that or whatever. She's parting my hair. She keeps parting it and she keep parting it. And she keep parting it with the rat tail of the comb. And after like 10 times of her going over my scalp in the middle with the rat tail comb, I'm just like, dang, like, you making my scalp is starting to hurt because you putting so much pressure on it. After she keeps combing it back and forth, and she's noticing now that I'm getting uncomfortable because I keep like repositioning myself in the seat because I'm uncomfortable. So then she takes the comb, and at this point I had already started recording, y'all, because I'm trying to make sure that she knows what she's doing. Like, I don't want my part saying east west. I want my part central. I want my part in the middle. So I'm already recording at this point while she's going over my part, I literally start recording because I need to see what she's doing. As I'm in the middle of recording, I'm gonna put the recording in the video. As I'm in the middle of recording, y'all, she's like, here, and she tells me to part my own hair. Let me back up. We didn't even get to the price part. When I sat down the first time, y'all, that's when I asked her how much the price was gonna be. At this point, she could have said the price was gonna be $200, $300. I'm not gonna hold you, y'all. I would have paid whatever, because like I said, it was a last minute. I didn't even have an appointment. It was last minute. It was a walk-in, and I was leaving in a few hours. Like, I just needed my hair done. I didn't really care what the price was gonna be. But when I asked her how much the price was, first she said it was $40. And then after that, this is when she was fluffing my hair. She's fluffing it, and she was like, your hair thick. You have thick hair, $60. So I'm like, all right, cool, $60. Fast forward back to where I'm recording on my phone, and I'm trying to look at her in the background, because it's just like, why are you going over this part so much? It's either you can part or you can't part. So she gives me the rat tail comb, y'all. She asks me to part my own hair. So y'all will see me, I'm gonna roll the clip, y'all will see me put my phone down, and now I'm looking in the mirror and I'm parting my own hair. So I part my hair, I hand her back the comb, and I'm just like, this is definitely gonna be a story time. So the whole time I keep my phone on and I'm just recording and I'm recording every move, I'm recording everything. And while I'm recording, y'all, most of the times I have my eyes closed. I can't really see what she's doing, but I can just feel what she's doing. She's like pre-parting it. So she splits, I part the middle of my hair, and then she splits the other two, because I got 4 stitch braids, y'all. So she splits the other two. And while she's splitting the other two, I'm looking at her out of my viewfinder on my phone, and the whole time while this lady is doing my hair, she is disgusted, y'all. Like, the lady is doing my hair. I wish I had a comb to reiterate how she was doing my hair, y'all, but this is how the lady is doing my hair. She's like, if I don't know if I got it in the footage, because I haven't replayed the footage, y'all, but if I can find the footage of where her face is in the video and how she's mean mugging my hair, like my hair was a sin. It was a sin for her to do my hair. She's like, it's not hurting while she's parting it, but she's parting it in disgust. Like, she's unhappy that I'm paying her $60 to do 4 cornrows. Like, I didn't get it. You got paid $15 a braid. What's disgusting about my hair? But again, y'all, I see that, close my eyes, I send a prayer up, and I'm just hoping like, all right, we good. We gonna be okay, Asia. So I got my eyes closed, and she's parting it, and it's finally time for her to detangle my hair. This is where mama had me effed up. She was rude, told me to sit down, told me to wash my own hair, part my hair. Like, everything was Gucci. But this is where she had me messed up, y'all. So when she goes to detangle my hair, I noticed that she's detangling my hair with a rat tail comb. While I got my eyes combed off, I hear like a big, it sounded like she was like eating an apple. It was like, and it just, I heard, you know how like if someone's combing your hair, you can hear it like first thing, like it sounds really loud in your ear. So I hear it in my ear, and I'm like, I grab her hand and I'm like, hold up, chlamydia, hold up. So I'm like, when you comb my hair, you have to detangle the hair from the end. And correct me if I'm wrong, it don't matter what texture hair you have. Everyone knows, as a stylist, you should know if you're detangling someone's hair, you need to start from the end to the root. You don't start from the root, y'all. I even caught her on video, because like I said, I had like over an hour-long video on my phone, because I was recording her the entire time while she was doing my hair. And she's literally starting from the root. She's starting from... root of my hair trying to comb through it. So she went through 2 times. I grabbed her hand and I'm like, you need to start from the root, y'all. So she starts going from the root or whatever. Start like feeding in the braids or whatever. She's feeding in the braids. She did good on the first 2 braids. After she finished the first braid, she asked me to look at it. She handed me a mirror and she was like, do you like it? The stitch braids, they were stitch braids, y'all. I can see the part in there. She could very well braid. I'm not gonna discredit her when it comes to her work. She could braid, y'all. So I'm like, all right, yeah, the braid is fine or whatever. I'm telling her to leave some hair out because I wanted to, like, swoop my baby hairs or whatever. So she does the first braid. She does the second braid. By this time, again, y'all, I stopped recording on my phone because I'm like, all right, me and Chlamydia are good. Like, we ain't gonna have no problems. I told her how to comb my hair. We halfway through the process. She done did the first and the second braid. So now I'm just, I'm chillaxing. I have my phone down. And then again, y'all, on the 3rd braid of my hair, she tries to comb my hair with the root. So I'm telling her like, hey, again, being very respectful when I tell her this. I'm like, you need to start from the ends of my hair and comb out. Ends and then comb out. She's like, yeah, I know, your hair thick, your hair thick, your hair thick. What does my hair being thick have to do with combing my hair with a rat tail comb? She should have never been using a rat tail comb, y'all, but I didn't even see her. I didn't even see no other combs beside her. Like, who uses a rat tail comb to comb somebody's hair out? So I digress, y'all. She starts to comb from the end to the end to the end to the end, and then she combs her way up. But because I corrected her that second time to tell her how to comb my hair, I noticed this time she started putting, like, her hands were already heavy, but she started putting like extra pressure on my scalp. Like, anytime she would go to stitch a braid in, she was just like before she was pulling it in, like braiding and pulling feet in the hair in like this, but now because I corrected her, she's like hands just get heavy, like iron hands, y'all. She just combing. She's breaking it down, and then when she gets to the end, I'm like holding the hair because it's putting too much tension on my scalp. So that happens or whatever. Fast forward, she's on the last braid. On the last braid, she ends up starting from the end to the again, the same thing, using very much heavy hands on my head or whatever. And she shows me the mirror again. She was just like, here. And then I'm like, yeah, I like it, that's fine. So she didn't leave too much baby hairs out, y'all, but like I said, I was going on vacation. My baby hairs are probably gonna naturally come out anyway because I was getting in water and stuff. So she hands me the gel and she hands me a mirror, y'all, and she wants me to start like swooping my own baby hairs. Who do you know can't swoop baby hairs? If you're working at a braiding shop and I'm asking you, can you leave hair out? You should at least try to swoop my baby hair. She didn't even try to swoop my baby hair. So I swooped my own baby hairs. I had to part my own hair. I had to rinse my own hair out, y'all. It was terrible. So after this time, I don't care how desperate I am or what I have going on, baby, I'm never, when I say ever in life, going back to an African braiding shop. And I'm convinced that they do not like doing people hair. And it don't have anything to do with me being last minute, because you could have easily just been like, no, we don't have any availability today. Like, no, you don't want to do my hair. Like, no, you ain't getting no D last night. Like, no, you ready to get off work. Like, the shop didn't close until 9 o'clock anyway. And I got there maybe around like 5:30-ish. So it was nowhere near time for the shop to be closing. But she was just rude the whole time. I ended up paying her the $60, y'all. And when I left, I already had my Uber driver scheduled there. And even when I got picked up from my other Uber driver, he was like an older man and he was like super flirty, and he was asking me the same thing. He was just like, oh, what you doing over here? What's in there or whatever? And I was telling him like I was getting my hair done, and he was asking me where I was from, and he was just like saying the same thing that the first Uber driver was saying.
Hey, I'm not gonna come out here with not packing. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not coming out here with not packing. You're not gonna get me. We're gonna get each other. Don't make your fight. Simple as that. Make your fight. I won't charge you anyway. I'm like Geronimo Pritt told Tupac, ride or die, ride with it or die without it. I don't know how other people took that statement, but they used to say, the Black Panthers used to say, ride with it, die without it.
Yeah, this is a rough part of town. He thought I would have been getting picked up from somebody's house because like how the neighborhood look, y'all. But yeah, y'all, that's pretty much the story time on what happened with my hair. Never going to an African braiding shop again, because this is 2 out of 2, baby. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, put the blame on y'all. It's my fault. And like I said, I was desperate. I take full accountability for that. I should have just rocked it out with my little ponytail. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video.